Welcome to Fantastic Fiber Friday. I had a question come in about last week's video, and I had mentioned cabling, and people wanted to know what cabling was and how it works. So I'm going to give you a basic cabling 101. With basic cabling, let me grab these here, I can show you. I have two 2-ply yarns here. I don't know how well you can see that, but we'll try. And I did wildly different colors so it'll show up really well. And one's a thinner spun and one's a thicker spun. But this is basically a 2-ply yarn I had made up. I got one here, and I've got one here. And basically what cabling is just taking two 2-ply yarns and spinning them in the opposite direction they were last spun. So when I started out with these, I spun my singles to the right. And then I plied them to the left. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spin these again together to the right. So every time you want to add a ply, you usually change the direction. With art yarns, it can be a little bit different because you may only be making it a 3-ply if you decide to cable with a thread, which I often do. I love to use silk thread. It gives the fiber a very interesting look. But for basic intents and purposes, a cabled yarn is two 2-plies spun together. So here we go. Let me see if I can get my camera where I need it to be without it falling too much. There we go. Okay, I think move in just a little bit. I think we're good right there. So I've got my two 2-plies. Go ahead and put them down on my lazy cape that's attached here. I've got my bobbin set up and ready to go, and I hope that this orifice is big enough because I didn't put on the big flyer. The big funky flyer. So, I've got my two 2-plies. I go ahead and run them through. I think I need to move my seat back just a little bit from the wheel. And I'm going to spin to the right, towards the right. I think that first little bit might have a hard time going through that orifice, so I might have to help it through. But basically you can see here what I'm creating. I'm creating a 4-ply yarn, and it's not going through, so let me go ahead and get that first little bit on there because it's double thick at the end. There. And tighten up my just a little bit. It's getting a little overspun, which I don't want. There we go. And this is going to feed in rather quickly, and I'll be done rather quickly. Like I said, I just spun up a small amount for demonstration purposes, and you can really tell that the two yarns are being spun together. And sometimes a cabled yarn can almost look like it's braided. The first time I saw a cabled yarn, I thought it was a braided yarn. And that's why I used such differing color combinations here. I got this brown and green along with a pure white. And I'm just about finished here. And I spun them rather thickly so that you could actually see the cabled yarn come together. Yep, I'm at the end of it. I'm at the end of the white, so. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and, whoa! Okay, oh, that took a lot of oomph. That was really strong. Cabled yarn is very, very strong. They cable wires and stuff like that to make them stronger in construction. So it is really strong. And I'll pull this off here and show it to you. There we go. Alright. So that is a cabled yarn, and I hope that answers your questions about cabling. Let me bring my camera back up. Ooh, a little close. There we go. And Cabling 101. Easy peasy. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week.